Just inviting a few of you. I can see there's a few here already. Okay, so we'll get going. So I have something a little bit different tonight. It's, hang on, let me hold it up. It's a little bit awkward. There we go. It's called the Detective Society. And this is a box that is kind of a monthly mystery crime box where you essentially have to solve a lot of puzzles, investigate clues. There's like codes that you have to decipher. There's a lot of digital stuff that you have to do as well. So I think there's like QR codes, and you have to kind of use your phone or your computer to kind of get a lot of different clues. So it sounds really interesting. It's not something that I've ever, this particular box is not one that I've ever reviewed or received before. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what's inside. So I'm just going to open it out, and the first thing that's inside is a little envelope with the logo on. So I'm just going to see what's in here. And it says, "Dear Detective, we've recently been contacted by a company named Delossus Global. We've never worked with them before, but their reputation speaks for itself. They're a security organisation with an incredibly prestigious client list, diplomats and dignitaries from all over the world. They've been working on a missing persons case and have requested our help. We've decided to assign this case to you. We know this won't be easy, but we believe you have what it takes. Inside the envelope is everything you'll need for this case. We do hope that nothing in this package leads to your or anybody else's untimely death." That's reassuring. "If you need assistance at any time, feel free to scan the code on the card provided, which is here. And then it gives you the password to get into it. So yeah, you have a QR code here which says clues, and on the other side there's a QR code with the different rules in there if you need any assistance at any point. So I'll just pop those off to the side. There's also a little badge which just says The Detective Society Episode 1, which I'll go into in a little bit why it's saying Episode 1. But then we have, the only other thing in the box is this huge envelope with the logo on for the company that was mentioned on this sheet here, Delossus Global. So let's have a look what's in it, shall we? More envelopes. Okay. So the first thing is a little kind of plastic folder, but it's got a lock on it, so you can't actually unzip it. You have to figure out the combination, which I'm assuming is one of the puzzles or clues that you have to solve in order to get into the rest of the evidence. So I'll pop that off to the side and just see what else is in here. Yep, so we have three identical looking envelopes, but they're labelled X, Y and Z. So I'm going to assume they're all different thickness as well. I'm going to assume there's different clues in there or puzzles in there that you need to solve in order to get into this little code thing there. If it involves me doing maths, I'm going to struggle, but we'll give it a go. And there's also a letter in here as well, which is about the case involved. So it's the disappearance of Claire Makova. So it says, "Inside this package is a padlocked folder," which is here. Inside that folder are all the files relating to the case of Claire Makova. However, as I said in my recent email to you, to ensure this information does not fall into the wrong hands, we've secured that folder with a code that only a very capable detective will be able to ascertain. To prove you are such a detective, you must examine 3 historical cases from the Delossus Global Archives. You'll find the details of these cases in the 3 lettered envelopes enclosed, which is the X, Y and Z ones from here. So it says envelope X and envelope Y will give you 2 numbers which you must combine in the following way: X, Y, Y, Y. You must then divide this 4-digit number by the solution to the contents of envelope Z. The answer to that sum will be the 3-digit code that you require for the folder. To obtain these numbers, you will also require some information which you will have received in the email I sent to you. If for some reason you did not receive it, you can find it here. And then there's another QR code to scan on there to link to some of the digital files that you'll need to be able to solve this case. And then it just says good luck. So very interesting, a little bit different to the normal kind of beauty boxes that we're unboxing on here. So I like things like this. I like solving puzzles, I like true crime, I like unsolvable mysteries, all that kind of thing. So this sort of thing is kind of right up my street. So if any of you, I'm sure among the many thousands of you there are, I'm sure there'll be some of you in there that are the same, that enjoy kind of the solving of puzzles or all that kind of thing. And I like that everything's kind of shrouded in a little bit of mystery, so nothing really kind of, there's nothing given away about what might be in them. I'm just going to see if I can maybe get into one of the envelopes without ripping it, because obviously I have to take photos. But I'm never very good at this kind of thing. I'm like a bull in a china shop, just trying to peel it very, very carefully so that I can reseal it for the photographs. We're nearly there. There we go. Okay, so this is envelope X that I'm just opening. I won't open all of them, but just to kind of get an idea of what might be in here. We have a map of what looks like the London Tube or London train stations, and a list of those stations as well, with what looks like what facilities there are. So it says toilets, baby change, security cameras, and airports, things like that. And then there's also, I can unfold it, information about the case that's been archived. So you have to trace a route between 5 stations. I'm not going to read it all out to you, but what I will do is I'll put it all into the review in a little bit more detail. But yeah, so what you have to do basically is you have to solve the 3 cases from in these envelopes in order to get the code that you need to get into the files for the actual case that you've got here. So that's quite interesting, and it kind of keeps you going, keeps you occupied, especially in these kind of times where we're not necessarily allowed out properly yet. So I'm just going to try and reseal that a little bit. So what I'll just do now is I'll explain what the prices are, and a little bit about what I meant by episode. So I'll just pop those over here out of the way. There we go. So yeah, so each package or box is one investigation within a 6-episode season. So I'm assuming a whole season is maybe 6 months. I think, looking at this, it says 6-episode season. If it's a monthly box, yeah, you would think it would be 6 months, but obviously I will be able to confirm that in the review. But yeah, if you wanted to just purchase a single box or a single episode, that would be £30. If you wanted to sub month by month, it'd be £27 a month, and for the whole season, so all 6 of the episodes, would be £144. And you can play it on your own, you can play it with other people. And obviously with there being lots of different clues and things, you might find that there's certain things that play to one person's strengths, whereas, so for me, maths is definitely not my strong point, but I'm definitely be giving it a go anyway. And yeah, see if you can put your little detective skills to the test. So yeah, just something a little bit different, which I definitely jumped at the chance to do based on my my background in sort of criminal psychology. So yeah, so we've got the 3 little envelopes there with the archived cases in. A little badge, which I think is just a little bonus item. The locked file, which you need to solve these cases for to get the key code. And then you've got your little card with the access to the digital clues and other files that you need to be able to solve it. So obviously I'll put in my review how I get on. I'm gonna probably need to set some time aside, maybe a couple of hours one day, just to really get into it and give it a proper go. But for now, I'm going to put all this away. I'm going to try and make sure that I don't ruin it all for the photographs. And if you have any comments or questions or anything, as always, pop them in the comments. This video will also be going up onto YouTube very shortly, so you can leave a comment there if you want to as well. And the review, as always, again, will be up in around a week's time, or at least once I've had time to have a go at everything, give it all a real good go and see if I can maybe solve it. You never know, I might even be posting on the group asking for your help if any of you think of yourself as a little bit of a sleuth. So everything's back in the envelope now, so I'm just going to pop it all back in the box. And yeah, if there's no other questions, I will see you all very soon and have a lovely Thursday evening. Bye.